My name's Marianne Richards, MSc. I'm an author and a former counsellor at the Avon and Wiltshire Mental Health Trust. I'm going to read this from a transcript because my memory is not what it was. I hope you'll listen. This is an updated version of the video I asked your FSUG, Liz Besant, to transmit to you 3 years ago without success. This is one of many failures of duty by seniors of the Trust, who scapegoated me after I blew the whistle on Dr. Howell's mismanaged bully regime in 2006-7, manipulating and hiding the evidence. This includes emails I sent HR in the throes of a breakdown. Investigations by Anne Booth and Christopher Stancliffe were based on a series of lies put forward by Elizabeth Howells after I blew the whistle, including vile allegations of criminality. Had you read the evidence, you would have seen this trail of deceit, as did Mr. Amashi, your paralegal and the liaison officer for Avon, Britain. Your HR expert, so-called, Christopher Stancliffe, commissioned top barrister Anya Palmer and bully boy legal team Avon, Britain LLP, who prevented my reaching tribunal right up to High Court level. I was forced to settle out of court, having lost my career, reputation, my home and sanity, i.e. my cognitive ability. I was in dire financial circumstances. Palmer's settlement of £12,000 was grossly inadequate, far below the sum laid down by law for the whistleblower to recover. Neither did it include disability element, which is why I appealed. Far from Dominic Hardy's "the tribunal did not find for you," I never had a chance to speak to a judge, and you additionally failed to listen over 2 harrowing decades. AWP shame themselves, failing to read evidence, apologise or accept responsibility. These are vital parts of closure, as proven by the recent post office victims. Successive CEs, including Hardesty, refuse me NHS resolution in what appears a punishment. This is the government-backed system for compensating whistleblowers like me. I am constantly reviled for pre-existing problems in this long, toxic trust. My whistleblowing evidence lies buried beneath false accusations made after I walked out. This is all evidenced. Your shameful behaviour was ratified by successive CEs who repeated hearsay to Jacob Rees-Mogg, Sir Robert Francis and Ian Room. Through disclosures given over several decades, I discovered I had been blamed by senior HR, thanks to Booth and Stancliffe, for a long period during which service quality reduced and CQC put AWP in special measures. This was the fault of senior HR, who have a history of brushing complaints under the carpet, failing to deal with miscreants, and I name them Howells, Booth, Stancliffe, Jerome. This false loyalty continued through Alan Metherall, Liz Besant, and 7 successive CEs, from Ian Tully, Simon Truelove through to Dominic Hardesty. Backcloth. My evidence of inappropriate management, inappropriate posts given sycophants, and bullying of clinical staff leading to reduced patient care was ratified by 3 whistleblowers, including your own paralegal Rahim Amashi. Amashi informed Dr. Bill Jerome and Andrew Mitchell in writing. See the references I've given in the paper version of this, who failed to investigate Howells, yet subjected me to harrowing procedures. I gave the trust evidence of Booth and Stancliffe failing to interview the full-time administrator and my colleagues, focusing instead on hysterical evidence from Howell's sycophants, Stapleton and Barnes. For an inexplicable reason, the Booth-Stancliffe report never surfaced. Years later, similar reports by Metherell and Besant were likewise not filed. I think that speaks for itself. Several years after I left, therapist Helen Ruddock made a similar complaint about further discriminatory behaviour of Howell's, but she also was ignored. These are signs of a toxic organisation. This is why I have devoted 20 years, time and energy, despite my life-changing losses, trying to alight moral values within the trust. These values are bringing this to the attention of successive CEs and directors, including Dominic Hardisty, making an extensive evidence-based report to the Senior President of Tribunals and CQC, giving evidence to standing committees and 2 inquiries, publishing my report for those who might make a difference, campaigning for justice on behalf of myself and the other whistleblowers, repeatedly contacting successive CEs in the hope of action and closure. And this is what I'm asking you to do. You hid behind Bevan Britton, who should never have been involved. Stancliffe urged them to keep me out of court, and Palmer indeed did this, putting client before justice. Though she and Adam Gutteridge had a Marshy statement on file, they blocked this from Tribunal, also claiming I had no evidence of disability, despite your having medical evidence and they having copies. I had no opportunity to object to Tribunal, as my every appeal was blocked right up to High Court. Such gamesmanship might be legal, but it is certainly immoral. It appears Bevans ratify such behaviour because their ethics officer and directors have ignored all my objections. It is nonsense for Dominic Hardisty to claim this is a historic matter. All the staff have left, and I was given settlement in 2007. All evidence not destroyed by Stancliffe and Booth is now with the Senior President of Tribunals together with my report. I sent it to them several years ago for safekeeping. It is shameful 3 decent gentlemen mediators were fobbed off with lies, misrepresentation and falsified evidence, wasting their time and adding to my distress. Some claims about me written by Howells, Booth and Stancliffe are seriously defamatory, including allegations of criminality, absurdities clearly believed by the board in the face of counter-evidence I have given you many times. I'm 72 years old in a few weeks, and I want justice you should have given me nearly 2 decades ago. A 1, proper investigation, someone capable with authority who will read the evidence and visit me. 2, a full written apology by the board. 3, full and fair compensation by NHS resolution. And 4, and perhaps just, or maybe even more important, to be advised how the Trust intend to ensure this never happens to anyone else. I've written 2 books on the back of this. I'm not going to send you further copies. Copies are on sale at Amazon.com. This is the only thing that's kept me sane throughout these years. I hope finally that you will listen to me. Thank you.